Welcome back to Console Crapshoot, where we spin a wheel to play a random video game on original hardware, and Carl is an egg this week, I guess.
I'm a fucking egg!
As you know, every 25 episodes we do a Japanese-only game wheel, so let's do that again. Okay, it's going to be the Nintendo Gamecube. I don't exactly have a full Japanese Gamecube collection on hand, as you can see at the moment, but I did grab 10 notable ones. Ha! Donkey Konga 3. That's gonna be fun. No controller wall needed this week because we have 2 sets of GameCube bongos that are collecting dust and they're finally gonna get some use. I absolutely had to invite some friends over for this one. I'm sure it would still be fun alone, but it's obvious that a more fun time would be had with more people on this one. This game was a Japanese exclusive. We actually only got the first 2 Donkey Kongas here in the US. This third one has a much higher song count than those, but it's obviously all in Japanese, so that made things a lot more difficult for us. Didn't know what anything meant here. We had to use the Google Camera Translate thing, and we managed to get it started. As you can imagine, the song choices are completely different in the Japanese version. It's mostly J-pop, K-pop type music, some old-timey American standards like the William Tell Overture. Which is the perfect bongo song, by the way. I used to play that on my desk in school. And then there's a few anime theme songs, like Head Shala from Dragon Ball Z. But look how much fun these guys are having. That's pure joy right there.
That looked like the ultimate song for this.
That was so much fun.
We had a blast with this one. One thing that was pretty annoying was the loud rubber duck kind of noise that was coming out when you would beat the drum. I imagine this sound was most likely adjustable, but since it was all in Japanese, we didn't know how to do that. Also, we learned that putting the drums on the coffee table was definitely not the way. This is how we were playing them most of the time until we realized that putting them between your knees is much more effective. They're just much easier to hit that way. Plus, they kept sliding all over the table and then knocked the camera over. But this is pretty much it. I mean, what you see is what you get. I mean, there may have been more modes to the game, but we couldn't decipher what was what. We did accidentally stumble onto this, fever dream mode, and that was pretty wacky. But the gameplay itself is super basic.
Funky news!
There's really not much to it when you compare it to the depth of games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero, but for some reason it works. It's just really stupid fun. We are most likely going to play this again at some point, and when we do, I'll just keep in mind, play the English language one next time, try to find the modifier option for the awful quacking sound effect, and bongos between your knees. With all that, I'm looking forward to next time. So what would the verdict be for Donkey Konga 3 for the Nintendo Gamecube? Well, if you judge it just on its depth, or its perceived depth from what we could glimmer not knowing what anything said in the language, then I'd say it's just a 3 out of 5. Just good but simple. However, you also gotta factor in the pure joy quotient here. Fun is the overall goal of this hobby after all. We forget that sometimes, especially here on the internet. So fun factor has to add to the score. So with all that said, this is a 4 out of 5, and I can't wait to play it again with the aforementioned caveats. Alright, that's 75 episodes in the books. What in the heck are we gonna play next? I guess we'll find out next week. See you then.
Carly, go!